What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a van video. I'm working on something in my van, something that's been bugging me for a while. So I've been working with Mesa RV with this issue. It's specifically about my seat rail on this particular seat because sometime this year it stopped working. Like it got stuck, like it wouldn't slide. And it's very important because for this specific van, you need to access the plumbing through the back of underneath the seat. So I had a leak here before. That's how I know that this is where you fix it. And I had to just basically put a sealant in one of the tubes down there, and I tighten it up, and it's all good now. But for some reason, a few trips later, this one stopped sliding. So something's binding in the seat rail. I've been working with Mesa RV on it since, like, I don't know, February, off and on. They had me go back there 3 times and they still couldn't fix it. So they had to order like 2 parts separately. They just couldn't fix it. So I had it because it's already July, right? And I'm about to go on more trips and farther trips. I don't want this issue while I'm on a trip. So all I had to do was remove this seat, the other seat here. I took it out. And then I figured out how to take this one. It's not easy because it's like cumbersome to get the bolts from under there, but with a few tools, a few hand tools, that's all you need. So what I did was I got the seat, I looked at the rail, I looked at the mechanism, I just kind of hit it a few times. So it binds in a certain position, so it binds in certain spots. So I don't know what's causing it, so that's why they're ordering a whole new rail, right? But they didn't even figure this out. They didn't even get this far. So they were trying to order like a whole seat assembly and all that. It's taking months. So I just kind of make this video just to rant. Like, I bought the extended warranty with Mesa RV, but like I can't even utilize that because look how long I've been waiting, you know. So I'm just trying to rant. Really, it's just annoying. But so basically, when you have something like this, you got to figure out how to fix it yourself. So I'm not even sure if I can recommend buying an extended warranty, but I still have mine. I'm still planning to hold on to it to, you know, someday. But it's just that I don't, you know, when you're buying RVs like this or whatever, any RV, you have to really just learn how to fix it yourself because it's like a house. It's your house. You know, it's hard to just rely on a dealership that's like that. And I think that's the 99% of the time, that's the customer interaction that people get once you buy the RV. They don't give a shit, you know. They don't give a shit about about you at all. So maybe there's like small pockets there here and there of like small RV places, but the Mesa RV is super big, right? But if you have like a small like shop, of course I guess they're gonna take care of you. But like for me in a big city, that's my experience. I basically have to fend for myself. But if you guys don't already know what I did with this van, check out my other videos on this van. I did the I used to have, this is a 19YG, right? So I had the AGM battery setup. I converted it to lithium. So I think in this manner, this setup, it's the best of both worlds. Because in the forums, there's a lot of people having problems with the 19Y specifically, their battery crapping out. So once that happens, you have no backup plan because you don't have a generator to do anything with. So basically your house is dead. So there's a lot of value in buying the cheaper one, which is the 19YG. It's a cheaper configuration, and people don't think about that until they had an issue. So the only advantage, I would say, this is a sidebar, the only advantage of the 19Y is because you have a 48 volt system, right? The 48 volt system is a very efficient system. If you have in a perfect world, when you have a battery that works 48 volt, you can run your AC like in a boondocking situation, and you can run it for a while, you know. So in my case, I have a 200 watt 200 amp hour lithium setup. That's all I put in there. I could put more. I just put 200 amp hours. So the way I camp matches that. I have a generator, so I run the generator, I run the AC. You know, it's just, there's a little bit of noise. There's a downside, there's a plus side. But for me, I think ultimately being able to service my own battery, because I can buy my own lithium batteries in that way. I don't have to depend on this stupid dealership, you know, waiting game. So I fixed my own seat rail just now. As you can see here, I just fixed it. Now it rolls. Now I can access my plumbing. and then I'm gonna put the other seat back. And this is just, I just kind of want to give this video, do this video real quick, just kind of rant. It's just really annoying. So it took me like literally just today. Like I was pondering, like, hey, why don't I just attempt this and see what's really going on in there? This is basically me like 3 hours, and now I figured it out. So like, okay, I've been waiting for this for months, and they just won't help me. I gave them like so much calls and all that. So anyways, a short video, short rant. I think you guys will find it insightful. I'm sure if you guys are shopping for an RV, either you know this or you don't know this. I just kind of want to give you guys that insight right there. Just you're gonna learn your van, and you're gonna do your own fixes to it, and it's both rewarding. It's frustrating, but it's also rewarding. So there you go. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.